Hey guys, this is Nuke from Butt BBS, and I'm here to announce very excitedly that we have a built Mac OS version for Color64 version 8.1. So if you're as excited to run this as I am to announce it, go ahead and download that puppy and let's walk through it real quick. Of course, be sure to follow along in the pre-configured builds section where you'll find down below a Mac OS specific information for your installation. Once you have it downloaded, unzip it to your home folder, and there you're going to find numerous scripts and README files that are definitely important to review. Make sure that all your scripts, the SH files, are executable by noting that you have an X in the area next to the file, and then start your install. This is done by running vice build Mac OS with only one S, v2.sh. Also, don't forget, like I did, put the little mark in there. This will take about 5 minutes. It will have to install Homebrew if you don't already have it installed, and then it's going to build your Vice simulator and the TCP SIR program. Once you have that done, you can watch the magic happen by double-clicking on the Run BBS.command file or by executing mybbs-macos.sh script. You'll see several terminal windows pop open, and then you'll see the beautiful blue of the Lieutenant Colonel on Commodore 64. Also, you'll see your TCP SIR program running. Good to go. One thing to note about TCP SIR and how it connects with Vice. Open up the config ini. This is for your Vice program. And there you're going to see a port. In this case, it's 25237. That's your Vice internal port to connect with TCP SIR, which could be found in the script for TCP SIR. If you open that up and go down to the bottom, you'll see that there is a port defined under the V flag, 25237, and look, it's a match. Also -P, that's 8502, that's the default port for people to call to your BBS. You can change it at your leisure. Alright, so all we got to do is launch our BBS and see if it works. One thing I like to do before I launch is go to Video Settings, Host Rendering Settings, ensure that double size and double scan are not set. Also, a lot of times I'll go ahead and disable the sprite collisions, sprite to background, because we're not playing a game on this, we're running a BBS. Let the magic happen. Okay, so the BBS is operational. This is perfect. Let's go ahead and see if setup will also run. So we'll go ahead and reset. And let's load plus setup. And there we see plus setup runs just fine. From there, I urge you to go over to the color64wiki.itchybutt.org and review boot program details, setup parameters, and prior to running, and use the system messages as a reference in building your specialized screens for your BBS. If you need additional information on how to do your install, do check out my video on the Linux LTK Pre-build install. All the steps that you're going to need to do to set up your BBS are located there, and you can refer to that, and it fully applies over to your BBS on the Mac OS. That's all I got, keeping it short and sweet. Enjoy the install, enjoy the experience, and very excited. Mac OS running Color 64. Yeah, buddy.